Hi, welcome back, children. I'm Miss Debbie from Cox CSP. Let's continue with our chapter book of Wooden Willie. We're on part 6. So I want to show you this picture here. This is the soldiers. They were walking through the canyon to get to Wooden Willie, Uncle Clem, and beloved Belinda. They're going to take them back because the king wants them. But Uncle Clem put a huge boulder in front of the captain, and that put them all down like dominoes. Now they can't get up. Okay, here we go. After traveling a long way, beloved Belinda and Uncle Clem and Wooden Willie came to the field where a queer little red balls were growing with short little stems. Each little ball was wrapped in tissue paper. Beloved Belinda and Uncle Clem and Wooden Willie looked at the pretty little red balls. They look like candy, said Wooden Willie, and he picked up one and he tore off the tissue paper from it. Ooh, that sounds tasty. They are candy, he said, but they're not made out of wood, so I can't eat any, said Wooden Willie. They're real candy, said Uncle Clem, picking up one and unwrapping it. Beloved Belinda also picked up a little red candy ball. My, these are good, said beloved Belinda, and she and Uncle Clem sat down in the grass to eat them. Wooden Willie, because he thought he could not eat real candy, had walked further to see if he could find some wooden candy. But when he turned around to come back to the others, he couldn't see beloved Belinda or Uncle Clem at all. Oh my gosh, what happened to him? Okay, now the next page is a plain page, so I'm going to leave it down. Wooden Willie stopped and scratched his wooden head, for his friends had disappeared suddenly as though they had gone up in smoke. He walked back to where they left him and he called out loudly, "Hey, Uncle Clem! Oh, beloved Belinda! Oh, Uncle Clem! Oh, what's the matter with you, Wooden Willie? We aren't deaf." "You don't have to shout to make us hear," beloved Belinda answered. "Where are you?" Wooden Willie asked, turning about and looking all around. "Why, we're sitting right here eating the red candy balls. Can't you see us?" said Uncle Clem. "No, I can't see you," said Wooden Willie, but he took another step and he tripped right over beloved Belinda's foot and fell down. Mused Uncle Clem, looking at beloved Belinda. "Isn't that strange that Wooden Willie can't see us?" "Oh dear," beloved Belinda cried. "You know what?" "No, what?" said Uncle Clem. "I bet you a nickel," said beloved Belinda, "that those little red candy balls are magic candy and they made us disappear." "That's what happened, I'm sure," said Wooden Willie, with the resin tears falling down from his wooden nose and plunking on the ground. "I wish I could eat that candy too," he said. "I can't see you and I feel like I'm all alone." Beloved Belinda wiped his wooden face with her apron. "Can't you feel beloved Belinda touching you?" said Uncle Clem. "Oh yes," Wooden Willie said, "I can feel you touching me, but it seems like I'm lonely not to see you." "Maybe," suggests Uncle Clem, "maybe, of course, if one little red candy ball makes us invisible, maybe another one will make us visible again." "But," said beloved Belinda, "suppose eating another a magic candy ball makes us disappear entirely. Then what?" "Then," said Uncle Clem, "we wouldn't be anything at all." "No, we better not eat any more. Let's walk a little further. Maybe we could find out how to make us visible again." And they caught hands, suggested beloved Belinda, "and we might get separated if we don't hold hands, so let's do it." So beloved Belinda took Wooden Willie's hand, Uncle Clem took the other, and together they crossed the candy field. At the far edge of there was a sign. "Dear me," said beloved Belinda, "why didn't they put the sign at the beginning of the magical field instead of putting it at the far end?" And the friends wondered too, for the sign read, "Warning, eat one candy ball and no one can see you. If you eat 2 candy balls, then no one can hear you." "There now," said Uncle Clem, "if let's see, we wouldn't have been in a nice pickle, wouldn't we, if we would have eaten another candy ball. That doesn't do a bit of good to read the sign after you've eat the magic candy, said beloved Belinda. Well, Uncle Clem told her, it really is our own fault, for we should have looked at the sign and read it before we ate the candy. I think it would be fun being invisible, beloved Belinda, if Wooden Willie hadn't been invisible, if he could be invisible too. Yes, it might be fun for you, said Wooden Willie, because you can see each other, but I can't see either of you. Well, it can't be helped now, I suppose, said beloved Belinda. Oh, look, Wooden Willie squealed excitedly. Here comes a whole army of wooden soldiers again. Oh, dear, said beloved Belinda. Why can't they let us just go on our way? Okay, now here's a picture. And beloved Belinda and Uncle Clem are invisible, and Wooden Willie can see the soldiers coming. I suppose it's because they are wooden heads, said Uncle Clem, and besides, they probably are peevish because I pushed them over like dominoes. Peevish means they're kind of upset. They're kind of mad because he pushed them over. Remember, and they put the rock in front of them? What shall we do, said Wooden Willie. There's no place to hide. You forgot, said beloved Belinda. We are invisible, and they won't be able to see us. So I'm going to put it down so I can see too. They won't be able to see us, so if we remain perfectly still, they will go on and they will never know we're here. But we must be careful that none of them touch us. Yes, said Wooden Willie. No, yes. They can see Wooden Willie, said Uncle Clem. The wooden captain was ahead, and behind came the wooden band playing the wooden horns, and the wooden soldiers came marching across the field. We better separate, said Uncle Clem, and pelted them with little red candy balls. Uh-oh, they threw candy balls at him. You run away from the soldiers, Wooden Willie, said beloved Belinda, and we'll try to drive them back. Pelting them with little red candy balls. I don't know if you saw this, but here is Uncle Clem, and he's throwing the little red candy balls at the captain. And here is one of the soldiers, and he's looking at him like, what? Where did that candy ball come from? Well, it's Uncle Clem. But he can't see him, right? Because he's invisible. The wooden captain stopped in surprise when the candy ball was thrown at Uncle Clem and thrown by Uncle Clem and struck him on his wooden forehead and broke it into bits. What was that? He cried, for he could see Wooden Willie running away, but he couldn't see any others. Let them have another shower, said Uncle Clem. And I'm going to leave it right there. So I'll see you next time.